Hey, good morning, everybody. To the usual suspects, we are trading live on Zoom. Most of us are trading with Thinkorswim, and we'll be starting in just a minute. 1,500 shares. Most people have worked that out, so that is being covered on market. We're going to be trading AMD. Everybody's trading the same amount of shares, and everybody is doing market. You can use reverse or not use reverse. That's sort of an advanced way to trade. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing what they call quarterbacking, which is I'll be calling the trades based on the levels that I have preset here with Charlie. Charlie is handling in the chat. She's my assistant here / trader. She's become a very good trader as well, but she won't be trading this session with us. So you should stick around. It should be pretty exciting.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success, where the professor, a former math teacher turned full-time trader and coder, guides beginners on how to trade for a living using proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So let's go over what we're actually trading. First, we'll start with the layout here if you're new here. So this is a Thinkorswim, and this is a 1-minute chart with the Scalp Pro meter down here, which is one of the best indicators out there to get. I also have the multi-chart alignment. You see the vertical lines here telling you what color these candles were as it crossed. They're also telling you when it comes up to those levels. Now, this comes with labels as well. I just don't have them on, and usually when I do, I put them over here on this 5-minute chart. So I'm a very indicator-driven trader, and I am a coder. So if it's going to help, I'll put them up. This helps. It's a great indicator to get because it marks every stock in dollars. So it's always good to make note of those levels along with the other levels that I'm going to talk about right now. Let me finish this layout though. I moved away from it. This is your active trader. There's the 1,500 shares. There's the reverse button. I'll be using the buy and sell market and canceling if the order for some reason isn't picked up or confused. I always have that button there. Level 2, this is a 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and a 5-minute chart down here reduced, a day chart down here reduced. So the first thing we do when we're starting to trade this strategy is we look at the day chart, and we need to mark the range. Okay, so the ATR high and low are marked here, but they're marked based on the RV strategy, which is Day Trading Volume 1, which came out in 2022 and kind of changed everything because it identified that on large and mega cap stocks, which everybody seemed to be trading then, they really had a resurgence, and because everybody was trading just the Mag 6 or 7. And it was noticed that they would consistently retrace, but not moving their entire ATR, average true range, right? They're not moving the entire thing. They're moving a portion of it. So basically by back testing, the ATR is now marked with half of the range up or half of the range down. If it goes the full range, it is then trending. And the whole thing about this strategy of trading large cap and mega cap is you're trying to trade on a consolidation in a range. So here's our range. You look at the candle from yesterday, its close. You look at the ATR down here. If I go over that candle, it shows at $11.96. So I think I just called it $12. And then I subtract half from the close to get the low ATR and added half to the close to get the high ATR. That's our beginning range. We want the traffic to move in that range. If it breaks it, we know that we're in a trend and we have to think about trading it differently, right? So you can count that as historical data or range, whatever you want to call it. I'm realizing now that, I want to get this to, no, you know what? It doesn't matter what the time frame is because I don't have the market magnet on. Normally, I will have a market magnet, which is really good, and that's really good for large cap. And you should watch other videos, guys. I have professionals here with me, but I do create indicators for prop firms to help teach new traders or traders that are just getting their feet wet and making 50, 25, 150 grand a year. How to level up and suddenly make $1 million a year or more. And you do that by figuring out price action. And figuring out price action and historical data indicators can be very, very helpful until you commit it to memory. So I still will use some, even though I trade, 2 to 4 sessions a day and every day, but they're not all on here. So that's why I say watch some of the other videos. I will have a video linked at the end of this, assuming this makes it out live to people on YouTube, which not every video like this does, but if it does, there'll be a link to go to all the indicators, but they're also under the information. So the next thing you do after you do the ATR level is you do Fibonacci on a 5-minute, 10-minute chart. You're always marking left to right. It can be high to low or low to high. This is low to high. It's creating channels and more ranges within ranges, right? The next thing is you do is you mark a 2-day 5-minute, which I had reduced down there, but we can just scan over to it. And you can see I marked it right there, and it created more ranges. And then what else I did is wherever the stock price abruptly turned around, actually Charlie marked this for me, but wherever it stopped and turned around, there's like liquidity pools here. There's reasons why that happened. So you can kind of, some of them are kind of smoothed across multiple levels because you're picking up more. Just like when you do a trend, you're trying to pick up multiple levels on a trend line. Same thing with this. And we're trying to get them in the area where the price action is right now. So will these be respected? Will the price action turn around right here? I don't know. I'm not going to count on it for sure, but they're helpful to have it. So for those of you that think, people don't know how to trade when they mark up their charts, well, that would be a really idiotic thing to say, because you know how to trade the way you trade, and everybody trades differently. And like I always say, the best trader is still yet to be found. They're not out there yet, and it's not you, because traders, professional traders that are good, never badly critique other traders. They know how hard it is to day trade, and the sure sign to show that you're not a professional is when you start bad mouthing other traders. And I can't stand it when I see it. I can't stand it. But anyway, I started some years ago going on YouTube, been trading for many, many, many years, because I found out how many people weren't logging. So the first thing I did is help do a book, and then I got out of that company that published it, and that is the $1 Million Margin Club. And they went on to do many other books, and a lot of them are trading with me here today. So we're going to be starting in just a few minutes now. The RV strategy that we are technically trading, it rated a 6 today, which I like to see a 7 or 8. But we did really well on it yesterday, and it was a 7 yesterday. So everybody wanted to come back by popular demand. So we're back here again for the RV strategy, and that's Day Trading Volume 1. I have a link to that. The other books I highly recommend is Day Trading Volume 4, which is all the same strategies, but trading the open, which it's like printing money, they say, to follow the strategies of how to trade the open on the breakout ranges that are clearly marked in that book. That's another one. Another one is the Candlestick Pattern Playbook. I recommend that you look for those. That book, and there's a second one came out that's part of that range. Anyway, that's the only book that rates candlestick patterns. Everything is based on historical data or volume. It's the only thing we have to trade on. What has happened in the past, or what is currently happening right now with volume. That's it. That's all we got. So you try to read that the best way you possibly can. And that's why I mark these levels to help me. And then I'm going to be watching liquidity, obviously, with the Scalp Pro meter. Let me get that adjusted a little bit better here. You guys are all set to go up there, so I can basically go in anytime at this, so I can zoom in on it better, but it's not letting me. I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in on this chart down here. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this. There we go. All right. Need to see my 5-minute. So multi-chart alignment, guys. What are the 5-minute people doing? What are the 15-minute people doing? What is the price action doing? This Scalp Pro meter, if you don't have it, you need to get it. It's the best one out there, showing you how the volume just increased with the blue label as it was going down. Also, the meter's showing you. It's basically antiquated to you're sitting on a surfboard on a wave and you're waiting for that big and you're sitting on a swell and you're waiting for that big wave to come in, and then you jump on it. This is going to show you that wave. Okay, so as we come up to the 5 minute, you want to take note of that. So these are just things you're going to see me looking for. I'm also going to be looking at the swaling of the level 2. I also going to look sure to make sure we're reconciling on a regular basis, because Thinkorswim has some trouble with that. That's why a lot of people use Lightspeed. I like the fact that, and most of the people that the trading, there are no fees here. Now, we all pay exchange fees no matter what, where you are. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, I'm want to get on this action, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and get in now, because it broke that fib, and I feel like it's going to go down more. So now I have a $1,500 maximum loss per trade. Do I want to get there? No, I do not. So, but I don't want you to be, if you're new to trading large share size, you can't be freaked out by these, even when it goes 500, 700, 1,000, because you have to wait out these moves. And the secret about this is the retracing. So, you know, we put out these demonstration videos so you can see, like, hey, if everything went right for you, what could it do? But you could be trading 5 shares or 10 shares. You don't need this level. Now, these should be instantly filled for us. Now, remember, the level 2 is only showing about 40%. All these numbers, which are share sizes, are multiplied by 100 waiting in the pike. That's really good. And so I'm going to ride this down, see if we get down here, maybe. I might think about turning it around, but it just depends on how strong it is when it hits it. You look at the bigger moves, it's just going straight down on the 15. Now I'm doing what they call quarterbacking, if I didn't say that already. So I'm calling the trades for everybody else, but everybody is responsible for their own trades. Keep that in mind, that I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should definitely seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of the trading style that I'm doing here. Yeah, that's interesting. It made a big move down here. So everybody, like I said, everybody's responsible for their own trades. Okay, so it broke that level. You're going to see me do reversing here. I'm at 231.18. Now, Charlie, she's letting everybody know that. It broke that level so strong, I'm holding it into a better trade. So let's see now. You've got the whole dollar right down there, 230. That is something I might think about. It is slowing down a bit, as you can see. So, well, it didn't show slowdown on that candle. No, yeah, see, there's a real battle going on if you look at the buyers and sellers. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reverse there. So I got it at 230, guys, 230.30, and banked the first 1,300, and I'm now going long. I might feel some pain here before it's still showing like it's going down. So I might have called that wrong. And if I did, I'm going to reverse right back short again. So yeah, I'm not liking the look of this. This could be my first bad trade already. I'm going to look to get out of this, guys. Oh, God. It's too... I'm looking at what the market maker's given me, and it's just not. I'm gonna take a loss. I took a loss. I'm at 230.18 on a lot. I have a loss there, so yeah. Now I want it to break that Yeah, so my accuracy just got messed up, and we do challenge each other for accuracy too. So I just lost a trade there, and all those that followed me did as well. So, see, it's now showing signs of not going past the even dollar like what I thought before was going to happen, but I got a little too high at 30 cents above it. I'm going to take that 86 cents. So it broke it. I'm trying again. Thinking confident on a reversal here. It's really stalling here, guys. I'm going to try to get some, if I can get some short scalps in here. Let's see. It wants to go up. Kind of hitting the level that I originally saw, which is 230.30, and then bouncing back down. I could have got a couple of good trades right there. I don't know if this is. I just feel like it's not done making a bigger move. Well, I couldn't have got that. That was a real algorithm kind of spoof there. Yeah, there's no way. So somebody got that if they were on the ladder. Just waiting it out for a little bit bigger. This isn't a big enough move here. But it seems like it's stopping at that 230 pretty consistently in that area. Okay, I believe I'm live. Yeah, it's still reconciling. It's just doing some weird stuff here, which you get with Thinkorswim. Man, it's just like stop dead. You can see there's a lot of volume right here, but it's just not moving from that area. Right around the 230 even and a few cents up above it. We have to take some of these trades here sooner or later. If it's just going to sit here and mess with us. The next time it pops anywhere near the 25 or 30 cent level, there's 26, 28. I'll take that. What did I get that at 26? So I got over 2,000. Now watch it take off, right? Right when I... yeah, if it starts to just go straight up here, I've got to watch out. So this historical data level, I'm not exactly sure where it's marked. We could take a look in a minute. Is obviously being well respected, and that's kind of in between the whole and half dollar. Now we got a decent trade here. Now it's getting up more like what I was looking for originally here. Gonna wait this move a little bit, guys. That's not bad there. Let's see if we can get closer to this fib. Now, definitely want to turn around at the ATR. So if it's pounding down pretty pretty hard right here. So look at the meter. I mean, look how strong it is down. We're below we crossed the VWAP on the 14, and the volume increased as it was going down. That's why this indicator is so good to tell you, like, just stay in the move. It's not turning around. So wait it out a little bit. You'll get some back and forth, but it's mostly saying this is really strong. Here's your volume, and then inside your volume of the 1 minute, and it's right near the top, and the volume's going up, and we have higher volume on this candle than the last. So look at it. See, it's just continuing. If you looked at the 15 and the 5, it's just straight down. So now I'm in a studio with a bunch of traders, including Alan, who's yawning behind me. He's clearly bored, but he trades in at least 1 to 2 of the sessions I trade with in the morning, but not this one today. Here we go. So it hit the fib hard and turned around. That was interesting. So that might be the bottom. So we might want to take a profit here. So see if it keeps resting and banging up from there. I'm going to flip around and bank this. And, oh, okay. So now the 22.29 even is potential situation here. It seems like it's just so strong still. The sellers did drop off here, so we are kind of coming to a crossroads here. Still 90% full meter. So there's a battle right at this fib level. A lot of people respect the fibs. A lot of people mark them exactly the same way. It broke it, and a big time too. So I'm looking for the ATR. I mean, it was like 15 cents at one point on that fib. So I'm looking at the ATR level, guys, 228.50, right around there, to bank it and see. Let's keep things in perspective. We're really looking at some micro data here. Man, looks like it's going to break the 52. Is it going to break that ATR? It's hitting it pretty hard. Yes, it broke it. So I would expect it to recover off of that. So there's another historical data right here, 228 even. So yeah, I'm going to get ready to bank this. It seems like it's playing off that fib and turning around. So I want to see it go back above the 229. Looking at the 229 even dollar level as well as the fib level, the ATR level of 228.50 range. It could be within a few cents, guys, and that puts it on the 50 cent. So yeah, it wants to go up now. So let's watch the price. Although look at the sellers on the last candle. No, I'm sorry. It's still going down. I read that wrong. It still looks very strong going down. Look at that go. I'm looking at 20. I'm definitely going to bank it at the $28 even. Anywhere near there, I'm going to bank it just because we're going to get some retracement eventually here. There's 21 cents on that. I'm looking at the market maker. That's the ask and bid aren't going to help me. I'm going to take that. I got it at 13, and now I'm going long at 13. So we might want to play this level between this and the ATR a little bit to take some small scalps. The slippage wasn't too bad, it didn't look like. So, ouch. It's getting worse now, but is it gonna hold that level or not? Reverse there. I'm looking for it to go back down. I'll take it there. Now I got it at 08 and I broke 6K. So I'm in a better position if it breaks it. I'll just reverse quick. Do it again. Looking for that dip again. 608 again, and I managed to get $500 out of that little mess. So try it again. It's just banging off that level. That time I got it 11, but I did make some money on it. So see how the sellers drop way off there. So staying long right now. See how that fell down there? It's the better way to go, I think. Be great if we could get a channel between the fib and the ATR, the fib and this level here, and just start banking on that, you know. But right now it is trending down. Everything is down, down, down. But this seemed like it hit a floor here, pretty good floor here. It did that up in this area too, like 229.79. Let's see if we can hold it on a 5 and 15 minute. Sellers are increasing again as I'm going long, so that's not a good sign. So basically, it's just about reading the levels, seeing which ones you can respect that might be respected. You might be a winner, and then looking at the price action using like your Scout Pro meter or however you read your volume, looking at the level 2 to see if there's any big bunches. Like you can see a number there at the 28. That's another reason why he spoofed that, huh? Did he just take that right out? I don't see it now. Yeah, because that's 10,000 shares right there. So I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. No, it's not. Okay, so that one goes in and going out. So he's trying to manipulate the he, she, whatever, it. Somebody wants to try to scare people and go a certain way. So they want to turn it back around at the 29 or at the 28. I mean, it was there to stop it from breaking that level, which is good for me because I'm on a long. So you got to, pick up on that stuff on the level 2, like who's trying to manipulate, because it's constant manipulation. And it's just one more thing, whole and half dollar, multi-chart alignment, historical data, price action, it's just one more thing. I'm going to go short there, guys. I got it at 87. I'm going to reverse right back at 66. You guys doing up there? Yeah, I'm doing some fast stuff just watching this, the way this is swailing. So try it again. Reversing there. So I did it again right near the ATR, 220, 228.58. Broke AK. It's really helping us out here the way it's consolidating. So it's making it real easy to get in some. The slippage isn't really too bad, which is good. I feel like I'm in a really good position hanging right at this line. So I'm just looking for any, hard moves that might make me rethink what I'm doing here. So, bigger moves, 50-cent dollar moves, because right now it's like 25, 40-cent kind of striking recoils. That was a pretty good one up, so I'm hanging in here a minute. I'm going to bank that, guys. I just going short for a second, but I'm still thinking it's going long. I was just trying to get a quick trade in there before it went up. I might have misplayed that. Okay. I'm looking to go long again. Here. I don't like my position. I might take a lesser loss. Go back down. That's where it was flipping around before, is the 229.30. This is my worst. I don't want to take this now. I'm going to wait for a retracement down. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of trades here because of my position sucks right now. So if I get any chance to get out of this, I'm going to take a losing trade, guys. So I'm long at 29.06. I'm going to go short again. It just doesn't look good to me. I'm looking to go short again. There's some really tight moves right here. I broke 9K briefly. Yeah, I think mostly I lost money here. So I think my accuracy stinks. Probably only like 85% or whatever, and I'm sure there's people here that are doing 100%. Mostly you do 100. When it starts to grind like this, I was going for the money more than the accuracy, because the more chances you take on these grinds, the slippage alone can make you a good trade become a bad trade. So it's just staying here at this 29 level. Looking for it to reverse below 29. I don't need a lot below and go long again. It seems to be respecting that 29.27, 29.30 level, so I'd look to turn around up there again. But right now I've got it too low to go short. So need it to break the 29 and give me a little recoil down there. Looking at the market maker, guys. I know what the patterns are. I can see the flow by looking at the market maker, so I'm keeping my eyes because I want to do a quick profit here and try to ride it up again. But it seems like it's not going to give me what I need here. I don't want it to break that 29.30 level up there, or 229.27 on the historical. So we're just keeping an eye on that, like it just did for a second. Yeah, I'm having a series of bad trades here, so some days it's like this. You just can't call them. There we go. Break that. Give me a chance to go long here. Take that. So 2881. I'm over 9,000. Now I'm going to look for it to get back up to that level, the 30 level that it was just at. Level 2 is throwing me off a bit. The bid is suddenly throwing me off there. Oh, there's 24. Yeah, I got to keep my eye on the market maker. 24, 18. There we go. I'm going to take that. So I broke 10K. And it unfroze itself, which is good. So I'm going short, and it is making a flat top, like it wants to break that level. I just kept playing the same level, basically. Whoa. There we go. That was a big boom that we couldn't have picked up. There we go. Break that fib. I'm going the right way for a change. Woo, look at that. You're going to break that ATR? Getting ready to flip here, guys. Watching it. It broke it. So we've got that historical data. It's kind of making a bigger channel again, which is great. I have a better chance to make money on this. I'm going to flip anytime here. Anytime. It's stalling. Take it there. I'm going to take it there. I got it at 19. Thought I had it at 14. So it slipped at least 5 cents on me. So that broke 11K, but obviously I'm taking my chances if it keeps falling. Making a nice bear flag here, which is not good for me. Well, let's hope this 28 holds it firm. It was like a solid floor. Hardwood. Oak. Not pine. So hardwood oak floor. One of my many businesses through the years was a flooring company. I know way more about flooring than I would like to know. Okay. Let's just take a breath, guys. Let's wait this price action out. We have a chance for a repeat of yesterday. We're already kind of up to that time now. I know a bunch of you were angry that I cut off. I really didn't have. Yesterday I was more fatigued than I had something else to do. Today I don't feel. You get fatigued, reading all this and calling it. You can get kind of like trader's fatigue, and it's best that you just stop because you start making bad. I was feeling like it back here when I was making those bad calls, but now I'm feeling better. It doesn't take much. You're like, you've been right now. Let's do one of these deals. Let's just go right back up into here. Let's do an intraday level. I'll smooth the level, probably about right there. That's right near the 50 cents actually, so it's kind of respecting that 29.50. These are when I draw these, it's like, more like definitely a guideline more than like something you should respect. But it did. You're looking for patterns, right? And it did do it a whole bunch of times. So this is a way better trade than I thought it was. Look at it go, huh? You guys are all doing really good. I know I'm not in the lead. I can see that. What the heck? What just happened there? It blew that level like in a split second. Holding. Can it break the even dollar up there? Yes, it looks like it's going to break the even dollar. Then you have another, let's call that a ceiling up there, 230.29. 230.29, guys. That's where you'll see me. It's making a nice rickshaw man there. So let's be careful. This could be the top for a while. You can never call these things exact, right? So you just want to take the money and go. And then my way I trade is, since I think it's ending, I just start the other way, and rather than wait for the perfect entry. That's why it's a riskier way to trade. But I'm always in a position that way. You know, I'm always, if it's managing a bad position, I would rather be, you know, in the game, so to speak, in the hunt. Wow. It's going to break it broke the even dollar. Look at that. I'm definitely going to go around at that blue line. I'm going to, what did I get at, 32? Okay. So that was enough to bank us 15. I'm getting ready to reverse if it keeps making a huge move here. So, it's working for us. It's working for us. Let it do the work for us. I'm not really tired, guys. I'll stay a little later here. Charlie performed one of her cocktails of espresso for me in between the sessions. This is my third trading session today, so it's kicking in. Just the right amount of espresso. Nice. That's a big trade already. So 72 cents. We got on the market maker, it was like 80 cents was the low, I think. 229.80. I'm looking closer to 229.50 maybe. I might pocket that and then assess. Remember, these are just going to consistently retrace, give us the strike and recoil strategy where you can just, if you're just quick, you just change your mind and bank what you have. Whoa. Some big algorithm stuff getting in here. 63 cents I got for a split second there. Is that it? Is that the bottom? As far as it's going down, there's nothing marked there. Let's look at that smoothing level. That was like 29.50, 229.50. Oh, that was it, huh? Looks like it wants to break that level up there. See the buyers going down on the Scalp Pro, so, you know, I'm still going to hold this short a little bit till maybe to that 50-cent mark. There was 69. Yeah, we're right on. We're right on par here. Reconciling perfectly. Definitely making noises to go up. Take that. 50 cents even. So broke 16K. Did you guys catch that? Good. Most of you caught that. We'll see if that's a good idea or not in a second. Getting a little harder to call right here. 229 had 1,200 shares. 229.80 had 1,200 shares. It just blew right by him. That didn't stop it. Our 1,500 shares aren't. Of course, they can't see our. We're not right in the bid or the ask, so. See if we can tap back up there. Give us a decent trade. We're about to break yesterday, so that's another reason why I'm staying in a little longer here. Yeah, this is making me tired. I'm getting a little bit of fatigue here, so. Oh, I broke to 17. I might call it here soon, guys. Yeah, I'm going to call it soon because I'm not feeling this right now. There'll be two thumbnails that say the same price. That's a bit confusing, huh? The same amount of profit. If it stays at 17 here. Come on, get me up to 18. How about that? I mean, I traded longer today. I don't think I'm going to take another trade. So remember, everybody takes a snapshot of their screen at the time I say I'm out so we can compare. And then Charlie will go over who made the most money, and then we'll look at the recorded sessions to see a trader view to see who is the most accurate, and then we will give the supposed winnings to charity, as far as you know. I am not advocating to gamble, other than trading, which feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? A lot of the traders that trade here would consider themselves worthy of getting money for themselves as a charity. Mostly if you're a large share size trader, unless you're just being crazy, you're doing just great, you know. You're making a nice living. You've got you've got a lot of money invested so that you're set for life basically, unless you do something crazy and don't keep it responsibly allocated with some bonds and however you want it. I'm not going to start giving advice about that. Remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor. But if you make $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, put that long-term money in there so you're getting your 15, 20, 30K a month just nonstop. And then, have another account that you mess around with to try to make more money to augment that, would be what I would do, not abdicating that you do that. That'd be what I would do. Waiting to see if it's going to break that level because it's shown signs that it wants to do that. It's made a flat top, and if it breaks it, it might really break it. So that would give us a little bit better money there. There's 17, that's 5, so that's 17.5 there for a split second. Oh, I'd love to see 18 hit on a spike. 18K. Well, of course I would, right? Whoa. That was pretty good. I'm going to take that. Ugh. I thought it was going to spike it up, but... You know what? I'll short that just so I can break 18K because I think it's going to fade. I think it's going to fade. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I'm looking for 18K is what I'm looking for. I didn't reverse like I normally do because I thought that was my last trade, but I got a second wind here. So the price action was clearly looking for a rejection at that level. So that's what I'm going for. And if it keeps going up, then I'm way above 17. I'm not going to let myself go below 17 on this trade, but 17K. But come on. It looked like it was going to fade off to 50 cents. Anywhere near 230, if it gives me that opportunity, I will buy out. Because I stop looking at the money and just look at the price action. So 230, whoa. Is that? I'll take that. 18K, $14. Not after exchange fees, but still. So that's 18K. Makes for a good thumbnail. All right, guys, I am out. I know some of you are going to keep trading, so that's great. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to take a short break before my next session. I hope this was informative to you. This is basically trading large share size, large cap, mega cap stocks in a range, and then just playing that range up and down. So just be careful out there when you trade. If you're nervous, then lower your share size. Even that means lowering it down to a share till you get used to your hands not shaking or your heart racing. You need to be calm and wait out the moves that you see, and you need to identify the moves. So get those strategy books. I have links to them. Think about indicators, and that might help you read. And I'll have that video should be popping up right now. Look for that to help you along. Okay, guys, go green out there. I'll see you soon.